Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. This is take 2 of this. If you've just seen that we've uploaded a live stream, I watched it back and the quality at the start was absolutely horrendous. It was choppy, it was all over the place. I think I wasn't properly connected to the Wi-Fi. I'm keep on checking now, but I am now, so hopefully the quality's better. There wasn't too much from the last one. I'm just going to repeat it now, I guess. We started tonight on NXT Takeover. We haven't got that far yet. On NXT tonight with confirmation that the street fight between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will happen at NXT Takeover Chicago as long as both men sign their contracts, which I can't wait for. It's going to be good. Would it be another 5-star? Might be. It might be. Dave Meltzer, if you're watching this, I know you love listening to our podcast. Give it another 5 stars now. But we kicked off NXT with Aleister Black coming out and basically saying that, you know, everyone he's faded them to black, as he said. And as he was talking, the man who's going to face him at NXT TakeOver Chicago, the big man himself, Lars Sullivan, came out and said, yeah, you've taken out everyone that you faced, but you've never faced me, and you've never faced anyone like me, because there is no one like me. And it was a decent promo. He can speak. I can't speak. He can speak fluently. What am I on about? What's the word? I guess fluently is the word, is it? He doesn't stutter a lot, like me. One big stutterer. It flows well. There we go. But he finished talking, he grabbed Aleister Black's throat. Aleister Black got out of it, went to hit the black mass on him, but Lars Sullivan caught it and said, no, not today. So I assume this feud's going to be based on Aleister Black can't hit the black mass on Lars Sullivan, but when we get to take over Chicago, he's going to be able to. And I assume he's going to win, because he's not going to lose. He hasn't had a title defense yet, has he? Oh, he had one against Eric Young just before Sanity got called up, I believe. But I don't think he's had any other NXT titles. And I don't think they're going to put it on Lars Sullivan. They might do in the future, but not right now. Not when Aleister Black's champion, in my opinion. Lars hit his freak accident, is it, on Aleister Black, and said that he's the best, he's the man. And like I said, we're going to see that match at NXT TakeOver Chicago for the NXT title. Aleister Black, the champion, versus Lars Sullivan, which should be alright. I don't think it's going to shock the world, but it should be an alright match. Next up, we had a little squash match between the War Raiders and a couple of jobbers. I didn't get their names, unfortunately, but yeah, War Raiders won that fairly swiftly and easily. And after that, we had another match, EC3 versus Fabian Eichner. And this match will not be remembered because of the match. It will be remembered from an absolute dick move from Johnny Gargano. They pointed out at the start of the night that both Gargano and Ciampa were MIA, as they put it, missing in action, and they weren't going to be on NXT. Gargano comes from the crowds, lifts up the contract that he has, and says, Tommaso Ciampa, I've signed my part of the deal. See you at NXT TakeOver Chicago. EC3 looked miffed, he looked perplexed, he was annoyed. He won the match with his finisher, the diamond cutter off the shoulder kind of thing. He won the match, looked really pissed off, and we might see a Gargano EC3 match in the coming weeks, maybe. If I was booking it, in fact, I'll leave it to the podcast. If you want to know how I book it, I'll probably say it on the podcast, which is happening tomorrow or today. if you're watching this on Thursday. We're doing it today. Probably come out on Saturday, something like that. But yeah, EC3 beat Eichner, and if Adam Cole wants a North American title challenge at TakeOver Chicago, I wouldn't mind seeing two heels go after each other in the likes of EC3 and Adam Cole. Just do it. Just do it. I can maybe not have EC3 lose. Don't know. You're not going to have either men lose at the moment, I don't think. But yeah, after that we had a Bianca Belair childhood segment thing. Just talking about her childhood. Okay, it's alright. Next up we had a match between Ricochet and a debuting Chris Dijak, is it? 6'8", trim as anything, and he hit a springboard elbow drop from the top rope. I'm 6'6". I couldn't even jump up to the top rope, let alone not snap the ropes. Bloody hell, he's 6'8" and he's doing springboard elbow drops and a moonsault off the top rope. The man, Jesus Christ. And Ricochet still like outshone him. Incredible man Ricochet is. Ricochet won, but it wasn't about the match, it was about the afterwards. And he cut a promo with Velveteen Dream, kind of saying how much respect he has for him. I think this feud is all about they really hate each other, but they respect each other at the same time. Velveteen Dream came out and said what they've been saying for weeks. Whatever Ricochet can do, Velveteen Dream can do better. Ricochet called him to the ring. Velveteen Dream went to the ring, had second thoughts and said, "This needs a bigger spotlight. I'll see you in Chicago." So we're going to get Dream versus Ricochet at Chicago, which is going to be good. It's going to be good. I can't wait for that. But it didn't end there. Once again, Dream said, whatever Ricochet can do, I can do better. And then Ricochet just decides to flip over the top rope, land on his feet, walk over to Dream and say, "Go on then, show me." And Dream's face was an absolute picture. I've put it up on the Twitter if you want to go see it, if you haven't seen NXT. He was just a shocked emotion. Perfect facial expressions from Dream. But yeah, Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet at NXT TakeOver Chicago. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Unbelievably good. High hopes for that. High hopes. With the main event up next, I believe. We did. The main event for the NXT Women's title. Shayna Baszler, the champion, versus Dakota Kai. Obviously, we've had the storyline recently with Shayna kind of belittling Dakota and you could say bullying, just making her scared. And it was a decent match in my opinion. Shayna was targeting the limbs like she normally does, more the left leg than anything else. She, at one point in the match, she had an ankle lock on Dakota Kai's left leg, and Dakota managed to get to the bottom rope, but instead of just letting go and being like, oh my god, how did she get to the bottom rope, Shayna let go, kicked Dakota Kai's arm from the bottom rope, dragged her, put the ankle lock back on, which I thought was really good there. You don't see many wrestlers do that nowadays. But yeah, Dakota managed to get her, like John Cena moment, get her moves in, Hulk up kind of thing, went to hit her finisher, and well, she had Shayna Baszler swaying and everything, went to hit her finisher, Dakota Kai caught her. Shayna Baszler caught her even and put her in, I don't know what it's called, it's like the Coquina clutch, I'm gonna call it that, but I don't know if it's called the Coquina clutch for Shayna Baszler. But she managed to tap out Dakota Kai, and yeah, Shayna Baszler retains, but that wasn't it. She put it on again, the Coquina clutch on Dakota Kai again. And who was the woman to come out to save Dakota Kai? None other than Nikki Cross. Came out of nowhere, came to save Dakota, and then went mental on Shayna without hitting her, just shouting abuse in a Scottish accent. It was very good, very nutty is our Nikki Cross. She's a national treasure in Britain. Oh, Scottish lunatic. It works so well as well. That's the thing, it works as the crazy psychopath kind of gimmick with a Scottish accent. It works perfectly. She was egging Shayna Baszler on to fight her. Shayna grabbed her title again and started to walk off hesitantly, almost a bit miffed after what's going on with Nikki. She went to walk up the ramp and Nikki ran from the ring, stole her belt, stole Shayna Baszler's belt from off her shoulder, ran back to the ring. Shayna was like, "You better give that back." And Nikki laid it onto the ground and went, "You better come in here and get it then." Shayna got back into the ring. As soon as she went to pick up the belt, Nikki ran over and robbed it again. And then Nikki was like, "You, me, for the title tonight." And was like, "Tonight? What?" And then she called over to Dakota Kai and went, "You're the referee." And everyone was like, "What the fuck is going on? She's crazy. She's lost it even more than she had." Dakota was like, "Okay." And she went to start the match and Shayna went to grab Dakota like, "You're not doing that." Nikki Cross grabs Shayna Baszler, hits what I'm going to call a crossroads. I don't know if they're calling it a crossroads, but it is a crossroads. And she's Nikki Cross, so it's a crossroads. She hits Shayna Baszler with the crossroads. Dakota counts the pin, 1, 2, 3. Nikki Cross runs away with the belt, thinking that she's won it. It was just so good to watch. It's so crazy. She plays the gimmick perfectly. Okay, hand emoji. She played the gimmick perfectly, and yeah, she ran off with the belt off the crowd. And I assume that means we're going to get Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler at NXT TakeOver Chicago. I did go on Twitter after NXT, and I think someone said that we're definitely going to see that. So I don't know if that's been confirmed or it's just a spoiler, but I think someone said that we're definitely going to see that, which should be good. I don't know. It's two very different gimmicks and two very different ring styles. Ring work styles, and it should be good. Anything that Nikki Cross is in should be good. It won't be match of the night, not with Ricochet and Dream and Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano on. It won't be anywhere near match of the night, but it should still be a strong showing. But yeah, that was NXT. This is the second time I've done this, like I said, so I've already gone through all this. But yeah, the match is confirmed so far for NXT. Aleister Black, Lars Sullivan for the NXT title. Undisputed Era, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch for the tag titles. And then Ricochet, Dream and Tommaso Ciampa, Gargano in a street fight. And then probably Nikki Cross and the champion Shayna Baszler for the women's title. It's looking like a really good card. NXT TakeOver is always a really good card. Should be a really good show. NXT TakeOvers are always a really good show. But yeah, I shall do the admin as I always do. Please like the video if you liked it. Please dislike the video and leave a comment on why you dislike the video. All feedback is welcome, all constructive criticism is welcome. I'm going to put this out there now. I know I said it last week, but this should be now my last review in a bloody car. It bloody better be. I can't stand working and watching wrestling at the same time. It's too much stress. But yeah, please like, please subscribe if you are new. Come check us out over on Twitter at BadBookersWP. We're very close to 400 followers over there, which is a fantastic effort from everyone. Leave a question down below or on Twitter what you want to ask on the podcast, which we are recording tonight, as I said. If you're watching this on Thursday, it should be out on Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, NXT was good. I was going to say it was a good week of wrestling, but then I remembered Raw was dull. Tuesday and Wednesday was very good for wrestling, in my opinion. But yeah, please like, please subscribe, ask any questions down below at BadBookersWP for our Twitter. I shall see you again Monday night for, fingers crossed, a semi-decent Raw. Fingers crossed. That's all I'm hoping for nowadays. Thank you and goodbye.